From Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
1:36 p.m. and we have a tornado warning for southern Clark County in southwest Alabama. Good Saturday afternoon to you. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Possible tornado near Jackson and pushing off to the east. This is a tornado that is near Jackson right now. And if you are at Jackson or areas near the Jackson Municipal Airport on the south side of town, anywhere in Jackson, Alabama, you are now involved in an active tornado warning that's valid until 2:15 p.m. I thought we were going to be able to get out of this Saturday without any tornado warnings, but here we are, and indeed this is a call to action for southern Clark County, specifically near the city of Jackson. We are encouraging no travel at this point on areas near US Highway 43, south of Toddtown, and to the east of Leroy. Possible tornado is near Jackson right now, and this storm is pushing off to the east at about 30 miles per hour. So this is a tornado warning, meaning you need to take action to protect yourself in southern Clark County. Let's zoom out on our map and show you that across the region, this is a fairly isolated storm in nature, and this is not going to be most likely a situation where we have active tornado warnings into the night, but nonetheless, one tornado warning at this point on this Saturday afternoon, and it's in place for parts of southern Clark County. Near Jackson, also areas near Walker Springs involved in this active tornado warning, valid until 2:15 p.m. We also are tracking a separate storm currently situated in central Monroe County that's coming into Monroeville. And the Weather Service does have a flag out on this suggesting that rotation is happening, but right now this is a severe thunderstorm warning for central Mobile County. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning in place for central Monroe County, and the tornado issue right now is in southern Clark County, specifically here near Jackson. Let's see if we have our velocity product up, because I want to take you there and show you this so we can see what triggered this tornado warning. And yeah, right there, this is the area of concern at Jackson right now. Just to get your bearings straight, this back here is Washington County. Clark County is over here. This is US Highway 43. Possible tornado is near Jackson, probably on the south side of town, near the airport or perhaps just to the north of there. And this is pushing due east. And so this is going to be out of Jackson in about 5 minutes. This possible tornado does not affect areas back here in Washington County. So the tornado warning is not in effect for any part of Washington County. If you are west of the Tombigbee River, you are okay right now. The issues are specifically in areas near Jackson in southern Clark County. Let's go back over to our reflectivity view. And again, watching this tornadic supercell that has developed on this Saturday afternoon in parts of southern Clark County. Current time is 1:39 p.m. And let's actually show you, again, that cell that we're also tracking in Monroe County that's coming into Monroeville, because you are about to have some very heavy rain along the Alabama Highway 21 corridor near places like Tunnel Springs, Peterman, Beatrice, coming into Monroeville, probably going to pass to the north of Mexie. That is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing damaging straight line winds. And so, again, possible tornadoes down here in Jackson and southern Clark County. And by the way, I should mention as well, if you are in Thomasville, Grove Hill, Coffeyville, areas near Watley, Suggsville, this has nothing to do with you. Now, you're going to have some storms later, most likely, but this tornadic supercell is very small, and it's in the southern part of Clark County, out here towards Jackson. So let's zoom in real tight just to, again, set the scene. This thing is right over Jackson. So I have a feeling if there is a tornado down at this point, that we will know about it pretty quick, as there are a lot of folks in this area. Again, if you're in Jackson, we need you to be in your tornado safe place right now. Lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors, putting as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. Grab a tornado helmet, even though this probably will be a brief spin-up tornado that doesn't last very long. If it affects you or your house, it's a big deal. And so we encourage everyone in Jackson to have the tornado helmets on right now. You can see this classic kidney bean shape That's indicative of the storm rotating. And again, the possible tornado is probably going to be down here on the south side of Jackson, coming into areas near the Jackson Municipal Airport on the south side of town. Wouldn't be surprised, by the way, to have some hail involved with this as well, maybe on the north side of Jackson, all right? So this is US Highway 43 right here. This curly black line that you see there, that is the Tombigbee River, which serves as the county border between Clark and Washington County. Here's Leroy, here's Wagerville. If you're in Leroy or Wagerville, this has nothing to do with you. Same thing at St. Stephen's. Possible tornado is down here in Clark County at this point, pushing just like this. Downwind from this is going to come very close to Walker Springs and Alma, all right? So if you know someone that may be at Walker Springs, Alabama in Clark County or areas near Alma, we would encourage them to be in their tornado safe place, and we would encourage you to tag folks in the comments below. Jackson, Walker Springs, Alma, areas near the Jackson Airport on the south side of town. This also includes Rockville. You see Rockville kind of out of the polygon, but there are folks out here who live in Rockville. We would encourage you to be in a tornado safe place as well. And again, this thing is just, it's spinning like a top. We'll go back over to the velocity view, and you can see this rotation right in through here. Red means that the hydrometeors here are going away from the radar, and green means inbound. And so that's your counterclockwise circulation right at Jackson right now. Just looking at our feed coming in off social media, watching to see if we have anything in the way of damage. I want to thank everyone who sent in photos today. We've had several photos from across the state showing hail earlier this morning, and of course, you got the A-Day game going on in Tuscaloosa. That's a big event in our state. Several photos coming in from that event as well. Again, this has nothing to do with Thomasville, Grove Hill, Watley, Coffeyville. You are fine. This is strictly an issue for areas near Jackson, Alma, and also areas near Walker Springs. Again, if you know someone at Jackson, tag them in the comments below. It's a Saturday afternoon, and we've got sunshine in place across parts of the region right now. And so there's a lot of folks who are just not aware that we may have a few tornadoes today. It's a lower end severe weather risk than these risks that we've been dealing with over the last few weeks, but nonetheless, it's a risk day nonetheless. Like I always say, low risk does not mean zero. And so you got to have a way to get the warnings over the next few hours. Let's go back up to our storm in Monroe County, because this is not a tornado warning. This is a severe thunderstorm warning. Due to this is in the Red Hills of Monroe County. Monroeville's here, and it looks like the core of this thunderstorm is going to pass to the north of Monroeville. So if you're at Monroeville, probably going to be okay. But Peterman and Tunnel Springs along Alabama Highway 21, you may have some large hail over the next few minutes. And so again, Peterman, Tunnel Springs, areas near the community of Axel. If you live out here near the railroad, north of Monroeville, just know, probably going to have some hail and gusty winds coming into areas near Alabama Highway 21, Tunnel Springs, and Peterman over the next few minutes. That is a severe thunderstorm warning in Monroe County. But again, we are here to cover this tornado warning, and this is the only tornado warning that we have anywhere across the state of Alabama right now. So this is the only warning, and this is in effect for Clark County over in West Alabama, I should say. Let's go back over to the velocity view. This is not a massive thunderstorm by any stretch of the imagination. It's a small storm, but it is producing a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, and it may be producing a tornado right in through here near Jackson. This is the counterclockwise circulation right here. Again, basically at Jackson. And understand, these storms are not moving very quickly at all, unlike some of the last few events we've had. Look at that. This is moving east at 10 miles per hour, and so this has slowed down a bit. And so if there's a tornado down, it's probably not moving very quickly. So again, it can't be stressed enough. Jackson, Alma, Walker Springs, and southern Clark County, be in that tornado safe place right now. And if you know someone in those three areas, Walker Springs, Alma, and Jackson, just call them, text them, tag them in the comments below. Let them know that there's a possible tornado at Jackson. Also, this storm could be producing large hail, potentially up to the size of a dime. And so storm is gradually moving to the east. Let's see what the Weather Service is saying in NWS chat this afternoon, because this warning popped on the board so quickly that I actually did not have a chance to log into our system. I'm doing that now. And again, watching this very carefully over in southern Clark County. Let's show you the wide view of what's happening across the entire region, because this is not going to be a day when we're here, talking about tornadoes for 5 hours straight. Instead, it's going to be a day when we have these pop-up thunderstorms that are broadly rotating in nature, all right? So isolated, brief supercell thunderstorms capable of producing a few tornadoes and gusty winds at times, and large hail. Could have some hail in the storms today as well, as these push off to the east at a very slow rate of speed at this point. Current time is 1:47 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson, joined actually doing this solo this afternoon. We've had so much severe weather across South Alabama and Northwest Florida over the last few weeks. And again, it's just been a wild few weeks, and Weather Service indicating that this possible tornado as of 2 minutes ago is still posing a danger to Jackson, Alabama. So this thing is moving very slowly at this point off to the east at about 10 miles per hour. So again, watching this very carefully. And again, this is a situation where, this cell continues to train over the same areas. This could be a deal where if you're in Jackson, the thing may kind of fizzle out on top of you as the cell is just not moving very quickly at all. Again, possible tornado, if there's one down, is going to be right here, probably on the south side of the city of Jackson, maybe near the airport or just to the north of there. And again, this thing is moving due east very slowly. So just hang out in that tornado safe place for the next few minutes if you're in the city of Jackson. And I fully expect to be able to give an all clear from this tornado warning not too long from now. The thing runs until 2:15 local time, but there's a real chance that this may not make it. The Weather Service is watching this rotation very carefully. Tell you what, let's go back over to the iPad view. There's your rotation, and again, you're looking at southern Clark County here. This is Washington County back behind me, and so possible tornado is at Jackson, moving off to the east. Let's zoom out. And the cell over in Monroe County, there is some very, very broad rotation there, but Weather Service is noting that this cell is not likely to produce a tornado over the next few minutes, and thus that's why they've opted to include Monroe County in a severe thunderstorm warning and not a tornado warning. The only tornado warning that we've got as of 1:49 p.m. is here in southern Clark County. City of Jackson, areas near the airport, Rockville, Alma, Walker Springs. All those areas should be sheltered as this tornado continues to push off to the east. Walker Springs is here, and it looks like the cell will probably miss it a bit to the south. But as a course of least regret, if I'm in Walker Springs, I'm close enough to this tornado warning polygon that I would probably be sheltered. Lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors on this Saturday afternoon. And look, I know that this is super inconvenient for everyone in this tornado warning polygon. Here's the state view, and again, this is the only warning that we've got anywhere across Alabama at this point. Heavy rain happening near Demopolis, back over to York, Livingston, back over here into central Mississippi, near Jackson and Meridian. All of this is going to be moving to the east in the hours ahead. If you know someone that may be at A-Day at Tuscaloosa today at Bryant-Denny Stadium, heavy rain moving in over the next 30 to 45 minutes. So A-Day may have some very heavy rain. No warnings up here, by the way. Again, the only warnings happening are down here in our part of the world. But again, I'm tracking this possible tornado near Jackson moving off to the east. I'll take you back over to the velocity view because this thing continues to kind of show signs that there may be some weakening happening. Let's kind of back it up. The warning was issued about 15 minutes ago, and as this crossed the Tombigbee River here, you can see that it gradually has weakened. This mesocyclone indicated on velocity has weakened somewhat, and this is pushing off to the east. And so if this trend continues, I suspect that the Weather Service will probably cancel this tornado warning. But y'all know the drill. If you're in the tornado warning polygon, we certainly want you to remain sheltered until the threat is completely over. In southern Clark County. Current time 1:51 p.m. And let's look at this thing coming into northern Clark. I know that we've got a lot of folks who watch regularly in Thomasville. There is no active tornado warning for northern Clark County. But this is a nasty cell producing heavy rain, gusty winds, quite a bit of lightning as well, coming into areas out here near Highway 69, near West Bend, Coffeyville, Cunningham, Campbell, Morven. Ultimately, this storm is going to move into Thomasville, Sand Flat, Springfield, Fulton, Dickinson, Chilton, and Tallahassee Springs. So that storm going to move into northern Clark over the next few minutes. Let's check on our storm in Monroe County, because this is now at Alabama Highway 21. Could have some gusty winds over the next few minutes near places like Peterman and Tunnel Springs. The Weather Service is maintaining this severe thunderstorm warning until 2 p.m. We will see if they decide to extend this downwind. If they do, you're going to get a severe thunderstorm warning in northern Conecuh County near Evergreen, Belleville, Lurie, Bermuda, also areas near Liefien. And so just know some rough weather coming in regardless of if the Weather Service issues a severe thunderstorm warning in northern Conecuh County over the next few minutes. Very heavy rain coming in. We also note that there are several storms elsewhere across the region. Heavy rain falling right now near Huxford, Porch. You've also got a storm that's fired up near Harold and Santa Rosa County. Storms also firing near Niceville and really on the north side of Niceville out towards Northwest Florida State College there in Niceville. We will see if any of these storms over the next few hours become severe. And let me show you the convective outlook if we can pull that up to show you that we do have this ongoing slight risk. In other words, a level 2 out of 5 severe weather risk, and that, of course, is where your tornado warning has fired up. Back here in this yellow zone, parts of northern Mobile, Washington, Clark, Monroe, Wilcox, Marengo, and Choctaw counties involved in the higher severe weather risk zone today. It's still a rather low risk, but it's not zero, and so you got to have a way to get those warnings over the next few hours as we continue to track this possible tornado in Clark County. Again, that thing is hanging on. It's not going away completely, but that right there is an area of circulation now on the southeastern side of Jackson, Alabama, in southern Clark County near the Jackson Municipal Airport. This possible tornado is moving just a little bit south of due east at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, really not going anywhere very quickly. And we will see over the next few minutes if the Weather Service decides to continue this warning or if they're going to let it go. So again, watching this situation in southern Clark very intently. I have had no reports of damage from this storm thus far. We'll go back over to our reflectivity source. And again, this is a very isolated deal in nature. This is not going to affect a large population center to the south near our beaches. This storm is going to remain inland. And as it does so, it's going to come into areas near Alma and also near Gainestown, perhaps just to the north of there, over the next few minutes. And look, the cell is basically now just a little bit to the east of Jackson. All right, so if you are at Jackson, let's give it 2 to 3 more minutes and I'll be able to give you a tornado all clear in the city of Jackson. And you know what, with that said, they canceled the warning, and I think that's the right call. Let's go back over to our velocity source just to show you that. And look, if I back this thing up, there was a clear indication of a strong mesocyclone that could have been producing a tornado near Jackson, Alabama, but watch what happens. As I push this forward, the rotation has just fizzled out. And yes, there's lightning. Yes, there's heavy rain, probably a good bit of thunder in this area, but there's good evidence here. I think the Weather Service made the correct call that this cell has weakened. And so, with that said, as of 1:55 p.m., we have no active tornado warnings for any part of southwest Alabama or northwest Florida. Just got done covering a tornado warning in southern Clark County. Let's zoom into our storms and show you what's happening across the entire region, because we do have active warnings. In effect, these are severe thunderstorm warnings happening in West Alabama as of 1:56 p.m. And the deal is these are not going to last very long at all today. If there's, large hail falling, it's not going to last very long. But for folks near Peterman and near Tunnel Springs, we would encourage you to be inside, away from windows and doors. Same thing in northern Conecuh County. You're going to get some heavy rain off of this as this storm continues pushing to the southeast near Lieffian, Burnt Corn, and areas near Lynchburg there in Conecuh County. We'll go back to our storm quickly in southern Clark County, and they have canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Clark. And so the Weather Service has deemed this not severe at this point. So if you're in Clark County, you are okay. Watching this storm crossing the Tom Bigby out towards West Bend and Coffeyville and Campbell over the next few minutes. But again, there is no active tornado warning for any part of southwest Alabama or northwest Florida as of 1:57 p.m. And so because of that, we're going to go back to covering these storms in the Red Zone weather app. I will have plenty more updates over the next several hours. And keep in mind, the tornado risk is very, very low today. It's not zero, but it's very low. This was an isolated event that happened in southern Clark County. And really, I would kind of be surprised if we had more tornado warnings over the next few hours, as the atmosphere is not as supportive of tornadoes today compared to the risk of large hail and gusty winds. And so again, just have a way to get the warnings over the next few hours, and we'll bring you the latest in the Red Zone weather app. I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday afternoon. More updates coming in the app over the next few minutes.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.